so far. Mass Spectral buy, nothing surprising there. Cyclone for Webez, and then Jigsaw going for a little bit of an econ there. Nope, there's the Spectral. Okay. Taurus for an icon living, and for Vile Dot. As far as I can tell, in this game, the Taurus is kind of a I think I'm going to hit headshots better than you will gun. It's a confidence gun because if you really can hit the headshots more often than your opponents, then it gives you a huge advantage with that increased damage, right? It's just the downside is the CPS, the clicks per second that you can get with that weapon.
Yeah, you're definitely rate limited on your fire rate severely, more than probably any other gun in the whole game with the Taurus. But yeah, I mean, if you hit those headshots, it's pretty much the only. It is the only pistol in the game that is a one-shot headshot, and you got to be real confident to hit that. Right out the gate, we see Determined Fear busting a window and hopping right in with no reinforcements. Really ballsy play coming in by him. Where's his teammates? All on
Completely
the
solo. What is this guy doing? Determined, trying to really fake out, presumably, all of Havoc with this solo play, trying to create a ton of noise and a ton of action around their side. The Chosen One hiding in the connector there.
man. We just see people everywhere. Oh, Determined walking right
Determined is
into a
moving
trap.
forward.
Oh no.
About to get taken out. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, that's totally expected.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would have been surprised if they took out that Havoc player there, Hija Kids. Love the name, by the way. The chosen one still hasn't given away their position. Also, that's something to keep in mind as an Icon Living and Tumbleweed make their way in. Basil Maz as well has been taken out. This pistol round is just not looking good for Wicked unless they pull something great here in Icon Living with the Taurus. Vile Dot also has a Taurus with them as well. This is the two Taurus combo. Tumbleweed takes out Hija Kids.
Oh.
Wabas takes out Vile Dot with a headshot and an Icon Living.
Oh, wow.
And now Tumbleweed, the last one for Wicked. A little bit of a shoulder shrug moment there, knowing the rest of their team is taken out. Are they going to try for anything here? It wouldn't be terrible if they took out at least one, maybe if they're lucky, two Havoc players, but it's pretty much a guarantee they're not going to win this round. And it's so early that the question of whether or not to bother saving is difficult to weigh against trying to do something
Yeah.
at this point in the match.
Absolutely. Me personally, I never try to save the pistols. They're so cheap, and generally you can at least get an SMG or something next round. That I would try to at least get a kill or two, get some more econ for your next round. But I definitely understand the wanting to save. It looks like he enters a fight and just gets taken out by Orchid there.
Three Havoc players right behind that wall.
Wow.
Well done by Havoc there. Very controlled play. I liked the idea of Determined going in, making a lot of noise, but they just didn't have the patience for the rest of their team to follow up in time. If they had that more coordinated, I think they actually might have been able to make that work. It just didn't work out there, unfortunately, and we are moving on to the second round with Havoc having the buy advantage, which you're giving Wabez the Vezin, and the rest of their team is going pistols, presumably trying to get even more of an econ lead, assuming they win this round. They are buying, it looks like Grenade, and they have a health for Wabez, so really putting a lot of stock in Wabez here.
Looks like Basilmas is bringing in a Cyclone, something we haven't seen people running since the huge nerf on Cyclones. Basilmas, someone that I know personally from Vale, who was quite a good player over in the Vale leagues. And, this game is not too dissimilar from Vale, at least in the fact that it's kind of a mil-simmy game. So I expect to see some high-level skill coming from everyone here. But, Basilmas is someone that I know personally. But I question the use of the Cyclone. I really wonder how that's going to work out. I want to see it work out, though, because I always did like the Cyclone. Looks like we're getting a really fast push onto the blue stairs here as Tumbleweed kind of fumbles with the spray foam a little bit there.
Determined Fear getting taken out by the Chosen One, who actually is a second person over on Havoc to have that Vessin, it looks like, at the last moment. They swapped that around and are really trying to guarantee the win of this round. That would put them in a very strong position, winning 2 rounds in a row like this with minimal casualties to boot. Wicked really wants to push through this wall after they've committed, but they're being hard held down that sight line. It's going to be a difficult ask to try and move through this point. Basilmaz also roaming around the top. There seems like Tumbleweed and Valdot might be waiting for their teammate to make a play or group with them before they fully commit here. There's Bezomaz on the outside. Pops in the door. All right, we've got 3 Wicked players together. Tumbleweed going to make a play there as soon as Bezomaz is ready with the flank. All 4 of the Wicked players are together, ready to push into A site.
Oh.
Chosen One gets taken out. That's huge. That's one of the Vezin players, and Hydra Kids behind that block. A decent surprise position, but gets peekers by Viledot. Good kill there. That is one of the Vezins down for the count, since Viledot's in a good spot to punish any players like Jigsaw trying to grab it. But Jigsaw, watching that along with Wabez, is able to pick up the Vezin.
We do see an Icon Living took out one player over on his own back here watching the flank. So now it's a 3v2 situation in favor of Wicked. Not something that we'd expect to see after that last round. Looks like they were able to pick up that dead Vezin. So the Vezin advantage at least is back for Havoc, which definitely is something that they need if they want to pull this back.
Looks like they got spotted there, an Icon Living in Viledot. Wabez and Jigsaw know exactly where those players are positioned, and an Icon Living very precocious trying to peek out and grab that, knowing that Jigsaw and Wabez can do whatever they want with that information peeking out. They might try to pinch these 3 players who have pistols.
They're planting.
Viledot gets taken out. Good kill by Wabez there, and reloads just in time to bring an Icon down to kill level.
Now we're just down to Bezomaz, completely on his own, which is not a situation that I would want to be in. Now, you know, saving the Cyclone again, probably not worth it, especially if you can take out one of those Vezins. That alone will make it worth the trade, but looks like he is not able to take out one of those Vezins. Gets taken out with his precious Cyclone, and now we're seeing a 2-0 in favor of Havoc. Havoc now is going to have a absolutely brutal economy lead over Wicked. But just... even though that, they still are getting 5 Vezins. Wow, Wicked must have really saved that last round to be able to afford 5 Vezins.
It seems like they were almost just trying to hurt the econ of Havoc, and as soon as they had that player count advantage, they thought maybe this is an opportunity to actually win this round and bring it back, but because of that indecision, one can only assume that is something that affected their ability to play coordinated enough against those 2 bunkered down Vezin players over on Havoc. Wabez and Jigsaw, and they were not able to pull the win out of that round. But since we're even in terms of the gun count, more or less, except for Jigsaw over on Havoc, who is still running just the Taurus, and then this is a full commitment play by Wicked to try and turn this round back into their favor. If they don't win this round, things economically are going to look distraught for Wicked, and look great on the part of Havoc, who pretty much every player except Orchid has a decent amount of money left. Chosen One taking a few hits there in combat. And meanwhile, Tumbleweed and Icon Living getting ready to drop down into A site and start peeking things. Icon Living throws the EMP out of the way for a teammate to pick up as they explode the hatch and are peeking in. Hydra Kids hiding behind that wall, ready to take out any players dropping down. Also aware of Determined Fear, who is behind that doorway. Tumbleweed electing to drop down along with Viledot. I really like this position by Havoc, though, defensively with the Chosen One in that connector door. That's a position they had earlier in the map, and that worked out great for them, even though Determined Fear was making a very aggressive fast play. Though, so far it's not working out. Jigsaw does get taken out. Hydra Kids trying to watch this angle, gets a headshot there. That's 3 Wicked players taken out. Only 2 left. Hydra Kids, another headshot, gets taken out by Bezomaz, but they are solo, and Orchid gets the kill, winning the round for Havoc. Now 3-0, and in a terrible position for Wicked. Wicked really needed that round to try and bring things back, and now it's pistols versus fully stocked up Havoc.
You have to respect Bezomaz at the end there, recognizing that he's at such a disadvantage. Just pushing the enemy, just being like, screw it, I'm going to go in for the kill. And couldn't quite pull it off, but still was a gambit that could have paid off really well, turning it into a 1v1 situation. Fortunately, now we're seeing that it's Havoc 3-0 for Wicked. Wicked's really going to have to pull something incredible here. And if you notice, they're running 4 Tauruses. That's certainly a type of gambit that could pay off to get you back in, into the fight.
A little bit of a desperation play. Bezomaz having 2 pistols, actually. Kind of funny to see. They have some options, the second pistol being the most basic one, however. They're kind of betting on the next round being another 5 full buy for Vezins, hopefully getting another opportunity to at least tie things up economically. But again, it's not looking great. A 4 Taurus round is a risky round, to be sure.
Yeah, well, hopefully it'll pay off. We're seeing that this top site, again, something that they struggled with previously, they're going to be trying to push again. Here, Determined Fear pushing the blue stairs. Yeah, again, we see them like just fully taking this blue stairs, getting very little resistance from Havoc. And it looks like Havoc is really just, they say, you know what, we're going to defend site. We know how to defend site. That's how we're going to do it best. And so we see that multiple Havoc are just in here, kind of camping around, waiting for fights to come to them. They don't want to take any engagements on those blue stairs. We see a bit of a firefight going on here.
Tumbleweed going down to half health, healing behind the wall. Icon Living is taken out, and Havoc is still full health. Determined Fear taking some peeks with that Taurus. Tumbleweed behind, and Viledot.
Risky spray. Oh, got Determined taken out. Didn't even mean to. Grenade's going to bounce right back towards him.
Good dodge on the grenade, though, not taking out your own teammate. That is what
Important.
you want out of a grenade.
Yeah.
It looks like Orchid might be getting pinched right now by Basilmaz, who is trying to
Basilmaz.
shoot through the wall.
Yeah, disengaging. Kind of, but Orchid doesn't know that. Orchid's still just ready. I mean, this is a 5v3 situation. Really, really advantageous for Havoc. And scary for the rest. It looks like Basilmaz regrouping with his team so that they all three push the same angle. Not sure how much that's going to pay off. Looks like Orchid gets 1 kill there already. And we just see 2 of these guys pushing this same angle together. Really risky. He's going to push that. Go down.
This is the Orchid round for sure.
Orchid going crazy.
Basically facing all of Wicked with only 1, occasionally 2 Havoc teammates backing them up. The rest of Havoc holding down the fort, trying to guarantee that Wicked has no other options but to push into that strong Orchid position. And now players like Basilmaz are going for an SMG buy. I think that is there, and the rest Vezin for the rest of Wicked. And Havoc, of course, having the econ advantage, really can't spend all the money, even if they wanted to. Is just going to go and continue to play defensively as they have been for the rest of the round, and just keep things going in their favor. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You just keep playing defensively, and you've won 4 rounds that way. I don't see any reason to change anything up. You don't need to try something desperate and unexpected that might actually risk this flow that you have going.
Bouncing this off the wall, playing a little bit of ball with himself. We see Havoc just, again, taking a bit of space here. We see Wabez pushing up to the hatch, which I think is a good idea. This hatch generally is pushed, from what I've seen, by a good amount of teams, but it doesn't look like Wicked is going to be pushing that hatch. Instead, they're going to be going towards the front door here, sending a drone in through the top side as their team slowly takes space. Down on the bottom, let's see how this drone is looking. Clearing the top side, doesn't see anyone pushing down now. Man, not spotting anything. This drone kind of is just, you know, I mean, it's nice to know that you can enter a room safely, but equally, you want to be able to know where the enemies are coming from. It looks like one of the chosen one just went down without the help of that drone at all.
Last little bit of peek. Spots 1 player. Determined trying to shoot through the wall there. Hazelnuts backing them up. Does get hit a couple times. And the wall is blown up. Basilmaz just going crazy with the wall destruction. It looks like Wicked is going for speed. They know the momentum is in their favor. They've taken out 3 Havoc players at this point. Only Orchid and Jigsaw left alive, and all of Wicked is alive. Some of them low health, like Determined Fear. And now Basilmaz, who just got taken out by Jigsaw. Very well played there. This even things up greatly. Grants Havoc the opportunity to turn this loss into a win. Now that the EMP carrier has been taken out, it's only a 2v2. Good kill by Viledot onto Jigsaw, and now it's an Icon Living in Viledot versus Orchid. Orchid has been in this disadvantageous situation before, however. It's just a matter of how they're going to play it as soon as they hear that EMP going, and whether or not Viledot is aware of where that last Havoc player is positioned. Seems like they heard a little bit of something through the connector. And an Icon Living picking up the EMP, planting it down by the door. It looks like Viledot tried to ping that location. And now an Icon Living is getting pushed.
He got the kill.
And there we go. That's a win for Wicked. They really needed that. And they're still going to have to win another round just like that if they want to get the econ back on their side. As right now it's still firmly in favor of Havoc. If you look, Jigsaw had a full 7,500 to buy, and that's the max that you can get. So Havoc's still sitting pretty in terms of the econ, but knows they need to change something at least a little bit, since that last round did not go fantastically for them.
Absolutely. We're seeing a lot of util buying going from Havoc, which, I mean, is exactly what you'd expect from a team that's been winning so much. I mean, they've got such an economy advantage, and this is the last round before round swap, so they have to full buy. I mean, they don't have to, but there's no reason not to. You're not going to be keeping the money that you're going to be going into the next round with. So we're seeing all 5 of these guys just kind of
Is that
buying
3
everything.
guns for Jigsaw? Okay, they
yeah.
had a shotgun for a moment.
I don't know what they're doing with the shotgun.
Probably selling it back.
I know some players like to use shotguns as to hit breach walls. You just have a higher chance of hitting enemies through it.
Still, it's a bit of an off play because there really is not much accuracy compared to the Vezin, which does so much damage, so much ammo. There's just a lot going for it, despite it being far and away the most expensive weapon in the game. So far, Determined Fear took a hit, and so did Orchid, just a little bit of exploratory shooting there. Determined now getting spotted. That one Havoc player, fully aware of what's going on behind that wall, tries to pre-fire while they reposition. Jigsaw hidden in a little corner though, chooses to reposition, possibly at just the wrong moment as that wall might be about to explode. No, Jigsaw knows exactly what they're doing, waiting right there for Tumbleweed or Determined Fear to overcommit, knowing there's so many enemies behind that wall. Hide Your Kids did get taken out, and so did Jigsaw, punished for peeking, and now it's a 5v3 situation. The Chosen One taken out as well. It's just Wabez and Orchid left alive. Wicked seems to have figured something out in their favor. Viledot tried to plant, but their teammate got destroyed by a mine. Are they going to be able to actually securely plant this? Yes, they are. And now they can get into a defensive position. It is up to Orchid and Wabez to win this 2v4, or else that's another win in a row for Wicked. Tumbleweed backing up a little bit, presumably to communicate with the rest of their team, check their resources. And Basilmaz did take out Wabez, so now it's just Orchid versus the world. I can only assume Orchid is... No, Orchid gets taken out. They were going to save possibly a little bit, but now things are looking great for Wicked's opportunity to bring this back. This will be the pistol round.
Oh, man. Well, that's exactly the type of comeback that Havoc needed. So, great job to them, but ooh-wee. That's going to be hard to pull off.
Yeah, and considering that they've swapped sides now, it's really up in the air whether or not Havoc is going to have the same amount of attacking coordination and ability that they did on defense. They did do very well on the defense, winning 4 in a row. Wicked just started turning things around to essentially turn the momentum around into their favor. The mental game is something that I harp on a lot in all competitive scenes, and especially in this one. It's not always just about the econ, but whether or not your team is mentally prepared to go into a round and commit to a plan and adapt around it correctly. And it seems like Havoc might go for a little bit of a slower play here with a drone preceding Wabez, rather than trying to just rush in like Wicked did for their first round. Hide Your Kids, their drone getting taken out, and now they're going to pop down and start breaching. Basilmaz is going for a little bit of a cheeky play on any players who might be in the floor above either of the bomb locations here. Very patient by Basilmaz. That is one side of the game that we don't always see, is the just hiding and waiting in a good position where you know the enemy is very likely to peek onto you. That's the wall exploding. Wabez getting ready to move in. Throws the grenade. Almost takes himself out. Grabs and diffuses that grenade. Throws it in properly. Oh, Wabez dodging that grenade after barely throwing theirs out in time. So far, no kill for either team, but it looks like that's about imminent as this stutter stepping that is so common in these unsure moments of waiting to push begins, and Basilmaz gets the first kill. Jigsaw takes out Basilmaz. Now it's 1-1 in terms of the deaths.
Oh, blinded, determined fear. Now they're going to push in.
The chosen one going in.
Oh.
Full commitment. Jigsaw gets a kill on Vildot, is still alive with the EMP, and peeps their head. Now that's 3 dead for Havoc, 3 dead for Wicked, 2v2 situation, but the chosen one is very, very low health at this point. The health advantage is for Wicked, but not the player advantage anymore. Now it's a 2v1. Can Tumbleweed bring it back? That's Orchid taken out.
1v1 situation, but both enemies know where each other are. This is a difficult situation, but they need to finish the EMP plant. Only 50 seconds left. Tumbleweed definitely has the advantage here, both in health and situation. It looks like he might get pushed here a little bit, but not.
Seems like Tumbleweed is expecting the chosen one to walk into the connector there, knowing that the pressure is on for the EMP. They go for the plant, and that was a fake plant.
Yeah, Tumbleweed totally saw that coming, didn't fall for the bait, and now is going to push him and get the kill. Let's go.
And now Wicked is at 3.
Pulling it through, yeah. This is an impressive comeback by Wicked, but they still need one more to fully get it back in action for them. Definitely not an impossible feat, especially now that they have a bit of a money advantage, but it looks like they're opting to save that money a bit and try to really go all the way in next time. Now he sees, oh yeah, let's go. Sleepy Penguin with the shotgun. Oh, the shotgun combo.
I'm excited to see how this is going to work on defense.
Oh man, we're definitely gonna be watching a bit of Sleepy Penguin. I'm very excited to see how this goes. I hope he doesn't die immediately. Looks like this is gonna be an interesting fight, as a lot of yellow team is predicting orange stairs and kind of stacking 3 people, Determined Fear, and Iconic Living, and Sleepy Penguin towards orange stairs, and that's exactly where Havoc is going to be pushing from. Making a little
going for a little bit of a higher play, but is there a possibility of a peek by Sleepy Penguin, who is just behind that door? Does the chosen one know the Sleepy Penguin is right there? This is definitely unexpected, and in a moment like this, Wicked making an unexpectedly aggressive play actually could benefit them greatly. I think that's very intelligent, given the mentality of both teams, the mental state of both teams at this point in the match. Orchid just trying to make sure there's no hidden players roaming around this area they're trying to breach into. Does not find anybody. Backtracks all the way to the stairs, trying to make sure there's nobody way committing to a roaming flank. So far, nobody spotted. Now they are moving down orange stairs, which, if you remember, is where Wicked was defending. Sleepy Penguin taking a few hits, same with Determined Fear, but a lot of kills going in favor of Wicked, and only 1 death. And Icon Living getting ready to... Oh, Sleepy Penguin got a kill with the shotgun.
It's going to push another one.
Oh!
Wow. Penguin pulling it through with the shotgun. I'm just...
With a one-handed shotgun, nonetheless. Just bring it up and bop! too close to miss. That they did get taken out for it, but that is the power of the shotgun. You could just walk up and guarantee a kill or near kill. And that is absolutely what a Sleepy Penguin is going for. Kissing their shotgun, too. That was really well done. And definitely something that Havoc couldn't have expected unless they knew Sleepy Penguin's playstyle beforehand. Now, 4 out of 5 on Havoc. Buying Vezins, Wabez opting to save for the econ, and they do not have enough money to buy anyways. Wicked fully committing to buying as much as they can, except for Basilmaz is going to be going for an SMG, probably going to save for the Vezin next. One thing to keep in mind, Sleepy Penguin made a really good play out of that shotgun, got 2 kills for it. The second kill was a suicide kill, but regardless, you can't have too many players doing that. You do need a solid baseline of SMGs or Vezins in the back line, something standard. It's standard for a reason. But having this sort of wild card is definitely working in favor of Wicked, who's won 4 matches in a row. Determined Fear getting 2 kills, the Chosen One and Wabez taken out through that door. Jigsaw still trying to commit to it. I'm not sure why, because Determined Fear takes them out as well. That's 3 kills for Determined Fear. Only Hydra Kids and Orchid left alive, and they haven't even started breaching yet. I would not be extremely surprised if they just committed to saving on this one as well. That would be a difficult choice to make, though. You really want to try and get kills when you can, but especially considering how much time is left and the round just started. But this is just such a terrible start for Havoc. Wicked has really figured something out after the 4-win streak for Havoc. I'm really liking this position for Wicked. They don't have to play aggressive anymore after that 3K by Determined Fear. They can just hold back, watch doors, and breathe easy because they're pretty sure Havoc is not going to commit to a push. I'm pretty sure at this point, unless Orchid drops in that window fully, they're just going to be saving, just trying to get easy kills in case Wicked overcommits. But I really don't think that's going to happen at this point in the match. I think Wicked has the potential to do something extremely aggressive, but Hydra Kids glitching out maybe just a little bit out of headset, knowing the round is lost, knowing they have to save, even though there's so much time left. Oh, Basilmaz in a little bit of a position where Orchid might be able to peek them.
Ooh, that is nasty. That is a nasty angle that Basil is holding right there. Just praying someone's dumb enough to drop through into his turf.
Not going to happen, though. Yeah. Man, what an unfortunate start for Havoc. What a great start for Wicked. Once again, 3 kills through the same doorway. To some extent, you gotta give it to Determined Fear's full commitment to that peak. They barely left that wall. We didn't even get it on cams, but I know exactly what was happening. I saw the bodies piling up at that window. That was just great positioning on their part. And it seems like Wicked is in Havoc's head at this point. Now that in the next 44 seconds, it's going to be Wicked 5, Havoc 4, with only one more win for Wicked after this round necessary to at least guarantee a tie on this map. Havoc really has to switch something up. Oh! Determined Fear should not have pushed that. They should have just waited, tried to get a cheeky pick, but Orchid has been waiting this entire 3 minutes just to punish that.
That was best case scenario for Havoc right there. I mean, obviously best case scenario would be winning, but I mean, when you're saving in a 5v2 situation, getting one pick like that, it's pretty substantial. You know, I mean, it definitely makes a difference in the next round, especially when you have an AFK player that hopefully Hydra Kids will come back. Getting shot at from bathroom. Can he get another peek?
Orchid is just praying somebody peeks through there and pre-firing it, knowing the round's about to end. Okay,
not
yeah.
quite.
Good save, though, by Orchid and Hydra Kids.
Looks like Hydra Kids is
still away from headset. Hopefully they're going to be coming back regardless. Let's switch POVs over to the defensive side, who has been killing it recently. Sleepy Penguin buying or setting up with the shotgun and explosives combo, as they have been. Really going for a ton of util there. And Icon Living getting ready to punish any sort of overly aggressive play on the part of Havoc. If I'm in Havoc's mind, I'm a little bit desperate at this point to try and get something to go in our favor and save this win. Wicked is on a 5-win streak at this point. And
one
really,
more win for Wicked, and they have to tie it.
They really don't have to do anything out of the ordinary at this point. And things are going to continue to go in their favor.
Absolutely. You know, I mean, it's definitely not impossible for Havoc to come in and try to take this, but it's going to be difficult to make sure that Wicked doesn't win a single round all the way up from 4 to 7. We're seeing a bit of a disjointed push a little bit. We see 2 people here pushing on their own. Meanwhile, the rest of the blue team is hanging out by these windows. Still see... Oh, it looks like he's a little different now. Might be coming back a little bit, Hydra Kids. He bought a gun somehow, but still having some issues. We see Orchid is droning. Let's see what his POV looks like. Looks like he's not clearing a terrible amount with this drone, but does know that the areas are safe for his team to push into. Orchid now going to be pushing in with his teammate, who has EMP. EMP only having a pistol. Not super uncommon of anyone to have a pistol. Your EMP is not the worst simply because they're not the ones taking fights, right? I mean, they're generally speaking the ones who are surviving and trying to get that EMP down. Let's look at some of the defenders here. We see a nice little corner camp by Tumbleweed. They're just really waiting. It looks like they're predicting blue stairs here. Wicked is that, but it looks like actually orange stairs is going to be the spot of choice, but it doesn't matter because we see Sleepy Penguin. holding it down.
begging for somebody to walk through this door and get blasted off their face. And that's EMP. Oh, pops out.
Oh!
Double kill for Sleepy Penguin, taken out. But that is the job of Sleepy Penguin, is to suicide in and do as much damage as possible. 2 shots was all they needed. What an exciting player to watch. Still has 4.7 100 in the bank. Chosen One with the EMP, along with Orchid and Hydra Kids. It seems like Havoc might be a defensive biased team overall. That's something that we're starting to see, at least on this map. Their offensive plays just have not seemed to work out, and we've seen some very exciting and well-coordinated stuff out of Wicked in the meantime. Determined Fear getting more kills.
Oh no!
Whoa, that was a good forced move, and now it's just the Chosen One getting taken out by Determined Fear. No surprise there. Determined Fear definitely a star player for Wicked at this point, getting kill after kill after kill and making things work. Wicked is guaranteed at least a tie on this map, even if Havoc wins the next 2 in a row, but that is not looking likely given the economic state of Havoc, Jigsaw, and Hydra Kids being the only people to have any sort of economy left, and everybody full buying Vezin, knowing this is the last chance that Havoc has to bring things back. If Wicked wins this round, it's over for the first map.
It looks like Wicked really predicting Orange Stairs is putting a huge amount of util over there, but actually we're seeing Tank Room might be the push of choice for Havoc. An interesting push for bottom floor. We're going to see that the Chosen One is going to take the MP here, as now Havoc really, really needs to get perfected teamwork 2 rounds in a row to try and tie this, which is going to be difficult. But pushing from Blue Stairs, definitely a good choice from them, as we've seen with them, with the defenders pushing so much towards the Orange Stairs. Actually, maybe they were just taking a long route to Orange Stairs. Well, not what you want to see. Sleepy Penguin just begging.
Always in the perfect spot, too. That's a testament to their coordination, either for whoever's doing the callouts, for Wicked and the coordination, or for Sleepy Penguin as an individual, just knowing exactly where to position themselves. Determined Fear getting taken out early. That's huge, but they have no idea. Havoc has no idea that Sleepy Penguin is right behind that door, just ready to go. I don't know if Havoc is even going to bother going through that window. If they don't, that would be very fortunate for them.
Yeah, they do not know that there is a perfect trap waiting for them through this amazing looking window to hop through.
Yeah, they're going to just commit to a different door. Now, what would be amazing is if Sleepy Penguin just hops out while these 2 Havoc players are looking the other way. That would be so hilarious.
Oh, looks like Sleepy Penguin
takes
got
out
one.
Takes out a Wabez. Chosen One takes out Sleepy Penguin. The Chosen One really holding things down for Havoc this round, getting 2 of the 2 kills. The clutch factor is real for Havoc. They get spotted, but the Chosen One is just going to commit to moving quickly since their position has been exposed anyways.
Yeah, Basilmas getting an amazing headshot through the wall there. Which is not what you want to see when you are trying to push the site. Looks like everyone knows that this is the site of choice. Jigsaw trying to get a little bit of a cheeky flank, maybe pull a bit of the attention away from his teammates who are still holding outside of the Orange Stairs, ready to hit towards B. Jigsaw...
Orchid gets a kill on Basilmas.
Woohoo! Someone got unlucky and pushed the wrong spot. Now we see it's a 3v2 situation. This is actually a great situation for Havoc right now. This is exactly what they needed, is a win. And a 3v2 situation definitely is huge momentum to get there. Let's see how Tumbleweed does.
Tumbleweed hard peeking that angle. Gets a kill on Orchid. Orchid was doing very well for Havoc up to this point. That is an unfortunate death for Havoc. Tumbleweed, unfortunately not watching that sightline as they were backing up, has to use the health, but does have a health to use, and the EMP is being planted. They've been called out positionally. Tumbleweed just has to commit to flanking that, and the Chosen One takes them out. And now it's a 2v1 with the EMP already planted, and Icon Living the only one left alive. All Havoc has to do is sit back, and there's a chance to bring it back, but Jigsaw gets taken out by an Icon Living who is locked in, laser focused on this 1v1 against the Chosen One, who's trying to shoot through the wall. Good kill by the Icon Living, and now they go for the defuse, and that is a win for Wicked.
Absolutely insane. An amazing job by Wicked there. Definitely an earned win for this map. But don't worry, we've got another map coming in right after this one, where we're going to see 2 amazing teams go back-to-back trying to win this out.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the next map, given how much Havoc had the momentum in the beginning and just unfortunately lost it. They could have some more map specific strengths over on Wicked. Determined Fear, top scoring, top killing, top dying as well. A full on player, top assisting, just tops all the way. 155 score, 13 kills, 10 deaths, 5 assists. What a player. Over on Havoc, the chosen one, 110 score, 7 kills, 9 deaths, 4 assists. First round, it looks like Havoc is going to be on offense, Wicked on defense. Wicked's defense was wicked good. Have to make the pun there. I mean, that they have the name. All 5 Wicked players gathering up behind one doorway. What is happening here? They're going for a bit of a funny play. Havoc expecting something more standard. At least I can only assume. Nobody can expect all 5 players on the enemy team to be in one place, although that corner of the building is very common for attackers to hold behind. I wonder what Wicked has in store. Possibly they were just making a ton of noise to try and draw attention and do something unexpected that throws Havoc off kilter a little bit. Try and get into their heads. The mental game of this very strategic game is a very important, very significant. All these Havoc players above B site currently making their way in, clearing corners, playing very quickly, but definitely playing very loud as well. Lots of footsteps that Wicked should be able to hear as they are all positioned, just holding down sight lines and smart spots as Havoc goes in for something very aggressive, presumably just trying to fully outplay and outshoot all these Wicked players, getting ready to time things out. Orchid directing players, trying to call somebody to their side, getting ready to push. Sleepy Penguin, oh no, that doorway is cursed. They throw a drone down. Are they going to spot Sleepy Penguin? Oh, Sleepy Penguin takes that drone out. No, they don't. No, they're missing it with the Taurus. The drone wasting bullets, wasting time as well. Does finally get taken out, and Determined Fear gets taken out by Wabez. Good kill there. Hydra Kids behind. Tumbleweed takes out Wabez, but now they're getting pinched. Good kill by Sleepy Penguin onto Orchid. Taken out by Hydra Kids, though, does not quite get the shot off, and now that is 3 Wicked players dead versus 2 dead for Havoc, and Sleepy Penguin being one of those dead is significant, but now it's a 2v2. Basilmaz is doing well in that doorway and going up the stairs. I don't think Chosen One is aware that they might not be committed to going through that doorway at all. They're really hard holding that sight line. They know that is the quickest flank scenario. And now a bit of a pinch going on, a 2v1 situation for Athletic. No, they missed during the reload.
Now it's just a 2v1 situation. Let's look at what Basilmas is going to do. Basilmas, it's all on your shoulders here. Definitely
know where the
possible.
EMP is, so at the very least, Havoc cannot win by EMP, but Basilmas peeked into a 2v1, and that is never going to work. Unless you have a Taurus and are just godlike with your aim, you are not going to win that fight unless you're hoping the opponent does poorly, which is not going to work against these high-level teams. Havoc, not a breaking similarity to the previous map, still winning the pistol round, possibly going to be a repeat of last round where they win in an initial streak, and then Wicked locks something in and brings it back, but that remains to be seen, as this is a completely different map from Factory.
Yeah, it definitely is, and I think that is showing, at least in this first pistol round. But there's a lot more rounds left to go. We're seeing Basilmas again with the Cyclone. Hope it works out for him. But this site, I think, is a little, and in my experience, a little easier to defend. I have a bit of a more fun time defending this map versus Factory. But it is the most shootable map by far. If you know the common positions that people will sit in, then you know that you can definitely get shot from anywhere. Like we saw even from the ceiling, you aren't safe during the earlier today.
Yeah,
so
you can shoot through some of the wooden floors. That's crazy. That's crazy. So if you really know what you're doing, you can make a lot work on this map. Havoc going for a pretty controlled play here. Hydra Kids trying to guarantee there's nothing unexpected. No hijinks out of Wicked so far, and making sure that their teammates aren't going to be flanked as they make their way through the upper part towards B&A site. The connector on the bottom floor is clear, and there's not going to be enough life on the drone to get anything else significant done. So now Havoc is going to be moving in. Now they know there's a strong presence on A site here, so Wabas is trying to shoot through the wall, hopefully get something lucky as they get ready to blast. Gets hit a couple times, but nothing significantly damaging. I like these grenades here. Good kill on Determined Fear. That's a good first pick by Wabas. And now Orchid trying to take someone out with that Taurus. Goes for a very aggressive play. And Icon Living was just not ready for Hydra Kids to be that aggressive. Tumbleweed takes them out, but now Orchid is behind with the flash. Good headshot on Tumbleweed, and now it's a 2v2 situation as Basil Mass tries to go for a flank, but Orchid is just entirely locked in with these headshots. The Chosen One taken out by Sleepy Penguin. It's Taurus versus Taurus! Sleepy with the win, tying things up. Taurus versus Taurus. These players know their pistols, and Sleepy Penguin clutching things up. Definitely a star player for Wicked at the moment.
Sleepy Penguin belongs in the Wild West, I think. I mean, that was absolutely insane. Someone get this man a horse. The revolver headshots was insane. That was such a clip. So now we're seeing Havoc kind of pushing out towards the B site, where I believe we're on the bottom floor here. Yep, and the defense doesn't look like they're getting too many utils. Double holding out in the cellar area.
The defense does have the econ advantage at this point, at least a little bit, considering the fact that Havoc is not fully committing to any sort of particular buy. They're really just trying to make the round after this the one where they bring the momentum back in their favor, considering it's so even. But a lot of these Wicked players are counting on the fact that this round is going to be a win for them fully, and that they're going to be able to keep a lot of these guns, hopefully, and then keep the econ in their favor and not allow a chance for Havoc to bring things back. I can see a lot of this forward thinking by both the teams, thinking all of the rounds ahead in how the momentum can shift. Orchid playing very carefully with this drone to check all the corners, not missing anything, following the Nero path. I don't think they spotted Determined Fear, who might be on the other side of that. Yeah, the other side of that corner. No, they are behind the wall. I think Orchid must have missed that player. Wabas might be in a difficult spot. Are they going to spot? Yes, they find Determined right at the end there. They knew somebody might be behind that corner, but Determined Fear gets a kill anyways from the drone can.
Oh,
and that's
barely missed it.
Wabas, though, upgrading to a Vezin because of that. And that is going to be a huge boon for Havoc, being able to just take weapons away. Basilmas getting a kill on Hydra Kids. Jigsaw with the revenge headshot with the Spectral onto Basilmas, and now an Icon Living is going to be watching that top door where Orchid, Jigsaw are positioned. Is Wabas going to drop in? Unsure. It's a 3v3 situation. Both teams have at least one health. Sleepy Penguin is still alive somewhere on the map, presumably hiding behind some expert corner that nobody on Havoc is going to be expected. Another drone going under the window, spotting the mines too. That's important to keep in mind. Sees one player, gets taken out.
I don't know if he saw the second player, Sleepy Penguin, hiding there behind him, but that's a pretty huge hold. Whoa!
Good kill on Sleepy Penguin by Jigsaw. We've seen what they can do with that shotgun if nobody expects them to pop out, and Tumbleweed just stuck in a corner.
Chavez. Oh, man. Well, now it's just an Icon Living holding B all by himself, his lonesome. This is going to be difficult, but he does have a Vezin. Definitely something that you'd want to have in this situation. He might be able to get a headshot off of Orchid here. Not quite it, but he knows he needs to hold B. He wants the comfort of Connector, but he can't push it. Orchid pushing out. He catches him, but doesn't quite get the shot off on him. The EMP gets passed between teammates. He fumbles the kill on Wabas. There we go. Havoc taking a second win of the map.
Now the economies of both teams are relatively even, except one thing to keep in mind is that Havoc is able to just take the Vezins directly away from Wicked and use them in the next round, which actually puts the econ advantage hugely in favor of Havoc at this point in the map. Wicked struggling to buy their pickups. Sleepy Penguin, thankfully, has a much cheaper loadout than anyone else on their team, at least ideal loadout, that is, with the util, with the shotgun as well. Does not have a Taurus, but that's okay. That's okay. Now they're discussing who's going to use what util, how they're going to try and recover this, given that Havoc is fully kitted out at this point. Orchid, for one, has 5,000 to buy after already having everything figured out. Things are not looking great for Wicked, but it is still early. There are still plenty of chances for things to swing around into Wicked's favor, as we saw on the previous map.
The Chosen One using the environment here to get some good cover. I've never seen that.
They are stuck in.
Orchid droning out the top floor. We're seeing a lot of drones coming out of Havoc this round.
Knows there's at least one player there who is not quite able to take the drone out. Now a little bit of a firefight through that window and through that doorway. Orchid pinging that spot again. Spots Basilmaz just barely, who is going for a little bit of a flank play. That's unfortunate for Basilmaz. Their surprise factor was really important in that play. Working, there's still a chance for Basilmaz to get something done, anyways. But at the very least, Havoc should be aware that somebody is down there, and they will be forced to reposition. So going forward with the smoke a little bit further away. Throws the grenade, gets taken out by Sleepy Penguin, who's now using the smoke to their advantage. Spots Webez, only brings them down to half health. But a grenade!
Wow, the martyr.
The post-death grenade. Wow, really well done. Good overcommitment play by Sleepy Penguin, just turning into good commitment, bringing this from a 5v4 to a 3v4. Now a little bit of a still moment here as Icon Living is trying to hold down A by themselves with the rest of their teammates, get something done, but Orchid got a kill on Basilmaz.
Orchid just doing absolute work over there.
Things are tied up. The Chosen One picks up the EMP. Are they aware that an Icon Living is ready to go with that headshotting Taurus? Continuing to peek from behind the box, staying hidden. Are they aware that the Chosen One is going to plant? They don't have a sight on it. Orchid needs to get taken out first.
Oh!
Good kill by the Chosen One, and now a plant can happen even though Orchid is one hit from death. Just pre-firing around that wall, but Tumbleweed's able to position behind the box anyways. And now Havoc is going to back up all the way down the stairs and force Wicked to defuse. There's only 2 Wicked players left alive versus 3 for Havoc. They're going to need to get at least 1 kill or else this plant is not going to be guaranteed. Good kill by Tumbleweed onto Hydra Kids. The Chosen One takes them out.
That's it. That's another Havoc round. That was a close one. That was very fun to watch. That was the A defense just didn't quite have enough, I think, aggression really to push them out of the positions that they were in and allowing them to have a lot of space to blow the wall, kind of breathe a bit, get the EMP down, breathe a bit again, then run down the stairs. No pot shots taken at them. Definitely, I think if Wicked had pushed out a little bit better, maybe tried to really put some pressure on them, they could have won that one. But we saw that when Sleepy Penguin did it, he got 2 kills and then went down. Maybe if more teammates had done that, gotten a 2K or even a 3K, that would have been the round. But that's not what we saw. And instead, now we're seeing a 3-1 situation in Havoc's favor. Havoc now putting a lot of people outside the B side. Looks like they're still kind of determining what is the best scenario to go with.
Given the circumstances, there is a strong potential here for Havoc to take this map and bring it to map 3 for the first time in this tournament. That would be exciting to watch. Havoc really has the momentum in their favor, and there's only so many rounds left, but Sleepy Penguin always going for a tricky position in just the right spot. Is a grenade in the beginning going to take them out, or a oh no!
Oh, they saw it coming.
Oh, they knew it. They knew Sleepy Penguin was up to no good. That was a well done read by both teams, but just didn't quite work out for Wicked there. All right, peeking that spot, making sure that Determined Fear is not hiding there again. Or could definitely flashbacking to that moment. Are they going to spot Basilmaz positioned behind that wall? So far, that's a no. Basilmaz definitely knows there's a drone in here, though. The drone does not spot anybody. That is important information for Wicked to keep hidden. As there is one roamer for Wicked on the floor that Havoc is currently standing in.
Well, look at that lane.
Bending through their floor. There we go. Watching the stairs, backing up their teammate, getting ready for the timing play here.
Looks like Basilmaz is getting a good flank here, but doesn't know that he himself is getting flanked.
Oh, good kill!
Gets the kill. Wow, that was such a flick with the Arul as well. Man, that is not an easy gun to get a good flick with, but Basilmas pulls it off.
And that is completely going to shift the strategies of Havoc. They're going to have to take out this player or commit to not even challenging them. Now it's a 2v4 situation. Basilmas is low health.
Wow, Basilmas just absolutely doing work for his team. Now there's only 2 Havoc left. This is not looking good for them. Looks like they're just taking Garage here. Trying to take what space they can. They need that EMP back. They don't know that no one here is actually watching it. I doubt that Wicked even knows that the EMP was dropped there, but Basilmas, we see, is actually trying very slowly to go in for another nasty flank, kind of just holding this main stairs area, wondering if they will take it. I bet they're going to try and blow a hatch with it, but they're still so afraid of this EMP. They're wasting so much time, you know, being afraid of the ghost of Basilmas, which I think just goes to show how powerful of a player he is. They're going to go for some pickups. It didn't get the EMP. Oh, no, they did.
Okay, just going for
Just
a
last
save
missed it.
here. Yeah, definitely the smart move here.
Looks like not a save. Orchid is
Oh.
going to be blowing this. Chosen One is going to push
gets
in.
hit because they're going for speed.
And Orchid is the last one alive on his team. Gets a nice health syringe, but he's going to try to push this with a flash. Does get a nice flash, but Determined gets a huge drop shot on him who wasn't actually flashed. Jeez. Huge win for Wicked there. And that's definitely something that they needed. They needed some good econ to go into this next round with. If you even look, Orchid has max money right now, even after that last round. So Wicked needs the econ to try and get a comeback to what has been happening these last few rounds. But this is the last round. There's no reason not to full buy. So Orchid actually has a lot of wasted money that won't be able to be used anywhere. He might be able to buy some utils and such for his teammates, but that's about it. Wow. So let's see how this is going to go. It looks like Sleepy Penguin going with the classic shotgun frag combo. Not going to sit in the same corner that he did last time, but still going to try and hold Garage. As a lot of his teammates actually are going to hold Garage. And it looks like for good reason. Look at this. They're making a pile of Jespers here. As Havoc is also making a pile of flashes. This is my favorite thing. Round 5 is always the best because it's just like, all right, give them hell, boys. Drop the nuke right in this room.
Make sure Sleepy Penguin is not hiding behind any doorways here.
Yeah.
Hydra Kid's going to be soloing Sleepy Penguin with all of the pickups, it would seem.
Whoa.
Whoa, a lot of kills for Basilmas, who does get taken out by Orchid, but that's 2 down right in the beginning for Havoc. A little bit of a disadvantage here. Orchid picking up everything they need to, and Sleepy Penguin is still alive in that flanking position a little bit further back, so that slightly further back position might trick the Chosen One and Hydra Kids and Orchid into thinking that room is clear if they underestimate the power of the shotgun flanker. Oh, good peek by Determined Fear down on the ledge. Does get taken out by Hydra Kids with slightly better aim, but Hydra Kids is low health as well.
He's definitely got a, yeah, luckily he's got a syringe, but still, this is a 3v2 situation, which is not great.
Sleepy Penguin repositioned to the outside of the door, takes out Hydra Kids. During the chaos, the Chosen One does take out Sleepy Penguin, but now Wicked have won the round, and things are tied up here as we swap sides.
Jeez, going for a little teabag. Wow, that was quite the comeback. Now we're in a 3-3 situation. This is not the situation that you want to be in when you had such a good lead. Now things are totally equal at side swaps. So let's see how the different teams deal with having to deal with all these different sides and all the different.
Wicked has been really good on the previous map and now, as we see on this map, about turning the momentum around back into their favor from a little bit of a disadvantage by doing something completely unexpected. And that's a testament to a lot of the individual players' game sense and knowledge and the psychology of this as well. Orchid taking a very aggressive position out here, repositioning. Yeah, okay, that's kind of what I figured would happen there. As we enter the second pistol round, Wabez in the classic spot behind that crate. And Orchid's going to be holding back just a little bit further. The clock is ticking down. A lot of Havoc is together, ready to go. And here we are as they start crouch walking through the doorway. And Icon
Oh.
Living has the Taurus, knows Wabez is right there, but Wabez knows where they are as well. I don't know why they didn't ping it. Maybe they just called it out. It's going to be a Taurus. Oh, good kill by the Chosen One on Determined Fear. That's already a good start. Oh, Icon Living taken out by Wabez as well. And now that's 2 down for Wicked. Things are looking up so far in the pistol round for Havoc. 2 continuing to challenge this sightline. I just don't know if that's the right play given how well Wabez has been holding down that crate. Sleepy Penguin going for some blind shots with the Taurus through the wall. Seemingly knowing approximately where the Chosen One is supposed to be. Bezomaz gets a kill and gets taken out. That's a trade. And now Tumbleweed and Sleepy Penguin, last 2 alive for Wicked, know where a lot of these players are just trying to out-aim these people. Not trying to out-position or outplay in particular, but no, this is a difficult spot, and this is crunch time in this 2v4.
Absolutely. You know, I mean, a minute 41, they still do have a lot of time to try and push out. I don't really know what was hoped to be achieved by that grenade there, but they do have some time to reassess if they think that's what's needed.
But not if Hydra Kids gets a good flank. It seems like Tumbleweed realizing just in that moment that that is a potential. Hydra Kids almost gets the kill. Oh, Tumbleweed down to low health. That is important, though. Sleepy Penguin killed the Chosen One with that Taurus headshot and has the EMP set. Is not going to plant it just yet. Really aggressive around those corners, but being as fast and locked in is something that can really help with aggression. Now they are unexpectedly close. Wabez does get the kill, though. That is super important despite how unexpected that play was. Wabez is just locked in and wins for their team. The pistol round. Havoc bringing that back despite some really good aggressive plays on the part of Wicked, on the part of Sleepy Penguin in particular. But now we see why that doesn't always work out. Just because it's unexpected and just because it's a skilled player isn't a guarantee that things will go in your favor. Just good headshots by Wabez brought things back.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, new round. We're on bottom floor now. So we've been seeing a lot of the bottom floor here in these past few games. Let's see how these guys are going to push it. Let's see if they're going to do just kind of a generic B push, blowing wall, maybe blowing a hatch, and then pushing in together, or if they're, you know, going to try something new. It looks like they're very B-sided this time. I don't know if we've seen very many A pushes this entire day so far, but Basilmont sticking his hand through the wall?
just showing Havoc what's going to happen if they try to hold that room, presumably. That's pretty funny.
That's awesome.
Wow, showing off their toes, too. Blasting Orchid in the face through the door.
I mean, I imagine they're going to try and go A after baiting B like that, right? Yeah, it looks like it. Looks like they're all staging towards the A site here.
This is funny. This is fun. Honestly, I hope this works out for Wicked, because that is that's really good mind games. Just trying to be shitheads, basically, and bait the enemy team into thinking that they're just going to be shitheads and not do something as intelligent as getting a full flank all the way around the map into the opposite site. Because I could definitely understand that Havoc might think, because players like Sleepy Penguin are doing unexpected things like hiding in corners and playing aggressively with that shotgun and Taurus, that they might do something as straightforward and bullheaded as just breaching into the site that they shoved their hands through and mimed shooting. But so far it seems to be working, that there's a lot of Havoc players on B site and very low presence on A. Determined Fear ready to smash into A. It's just Hydra Kids there watching that position.
He's swinging in right on Wabez. Gets the kill. Picks up his Vez and disrespects him. Now he's going to go push out with his teammates. Getting the EMP down is Sleepy Penguin. Watching his back is Determined Fear, shooting at nothing. But Icon Living now is going to try and watch this con.
Now this is a play. This is oh no, Jigsaw takes both of them out. Gets killed by Tumbleweed, but that's 2 down for Wicked. 2v3 is winnable, even despite the fact that one of them is playing with the Taurus, the other one with the Vezin. Chosen One goes for a very wide swing and gets punished for it. Determined Fear is very good at locking down these angles.
Huge
good grenade there. Does not hit anybody, though. Reposition by Determined Fear. Orchid killing them with the Taurus shows it's not just Sleepy Penguin who is able to win these 1v1s with this headshotting pistol. And now it is a 2v1. Orchid versus Tumbleweed, though.
There we
Good
go.
kill by
Wow.
Basil Mass. That was a good swap play by Havoc, but just could not bring things back.
It is amazing to me how similar these two teams are in skill. I mean, clearly, it's like one team gets one round, the other team gets the other. There's not a huge amount of momentum going on in this map like we saw in the previous map where one team had huge momentum and then the other one picked up huge momentum. I mean, this is just crazy that these teams are pulling out these plays that combat so effectively towards each other. But this is a new round. We see Wabez going with Determined Fear right in front of each other. Oh man, leaving a nice little gift for him.
A little surprise. That's like a sleepy type surprise. If Determined Fear goes for a full breach through the door. Okay, no. Repositioning here. Thinking better of it after maybe making a little bit of noise through that window. And now we're just waiting for things to start. You see Chosen One, a lot of players over on Havoc have the Vezins locked in, spending all of their money to try and bring things back. Once again, since things are so tight.
Looks like they spot two people, or what? Yeah, two people in garage. Basilmas now gonna take it personally and try and swing out. Determined Fear throwing a nice flash and is gonna push forward. He's trying to get the blind guy, but he can't get him.
He
Gets
got
Wabez.
though. Somebody completely different. Good kill on the Chosen One, and now that's 2 dead for each side. An Icon Living trying to recover all these pickups. Cannot put the EMP on their body. There we go. Now an Icon Living ready to push back into garage, but that is a hot door. Lots of shots going through there and some blind shots through the wall behind, trying to draw out some of those Havoc players. As Wicked goes to reconsider their path of attack with 2 minutes left on the clock, and Sleepy Penguin moving in sneakily with the shotgun.
No one too close to him, though. It doesn't look like it's going to be effective, and he looks a little sad about it. He's going to pop a smoke as his teammates are coming to rejoin him, though. Oh, I guess not. Decided better against it. Let's go ahead and check the other angles that are being held. We see Orchid holding this nasty chair angle.
Ready to take out Sleepy Penguin if they hop through that doorway. Either player, if they leave their position, is going to have a bad time.
Absolutely. We see Basilmas is kind of holding the back there. Oh, nice kill on Hide Your Kids.
No.
Popping a smoke down so that he can't get any reinforcements to come and try and join him. Now we're going to see Sleepy Penguin.
Looking the wrong way.
Looking the wrong way. Totally
Gets taken
lost.
out by Orchid. And the EMP gets thrown into the room.
Oh, no. Now it's all on Basilmas, who's invis, but in a I mean, might as well be in another map. This guy's so far away from where his team died. Oh, no. So, Basilmas, I mean, doing great, going 10-6 as we can see, but I don't know if that's going to be quite enough to pull back this 2v1 situation. This is going to be a difficult win for Basilmas. He doesn't want to reveal his position and take out that static field emitter, but equally, he knows that he needs to push forward, so he's going to use a whole clip and then not destroy that thing and get shot at. These are the top-level strategies that you see coming from the best of the best. Basilmas now kind of at a loss for what to do. I think he's just going to go and try and save now, or at least try to hit from another angle where maybe he doesn't have to deal with that static field emitter. Yep, and it looks like Basil's just kind of holding outside. Only 19 seconds left. Looks like he's definitely going to be saving. Not a bad choice. 15 seconds left. I don't think I could win a 1v2 situation with that little time either, even if I was as good as Basilmas. So we're going to see this next round go in. It looks like we're going to see another round win for Havoc. Wicked now needs to win 2 in a row to, at bare minimum, you know, try and tie it. But it's going to be a difficult play for Wicked. But if any team can do it, it's, you know, these teams that make it this far into the Disorient tourney. Havoc definitely is feeling a little bit better with that. Even though it's a 1-point lead, it's a 1-point lead this late in the game. That's kind of hard to come by sometimes, to even just get a little bit of breathing room with this late. And so now we're going to see they have the econ advantage, getting a few Vezins. Looks like 4 Vezins. And Wabez is just going to run with his Jesper. We're seeing A couple pistols, a shotgun, and 2 Vezins going on Wicked's side. So definitely Wicked's at the gun disadvantage, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're out of the running yet. Determined, kind of just running in circles, giving their position away a little bit, I'd imagine, if someone was nearby. Determined, like, is just waiting. He's deep listening through this. Listening for any footsteps, but all we got is Hedge of Kids, who's gonna put a procs down. Yep, hidden in the curtains, which is such a smart move. Now we're gonna see a drone is going out from an Icon Living. Let's go ahead and check that out.
And there we go, the drone moving through, not spotting anybody. That's not uncommon for the drone. We've seen that time and again. Just because you don't spot anyone doesn't mean you don't know what to do with that information. Now, moving under the door, sees this room has a lot of activity. Another drone taken out, but one position at least confirmed. Tumbleweed's position also confirmed for Havoc, who is doing pretty well on this defense, all things considered. Basilmas taking a hit, realizes they shouldn't be peeking that angle anymore. And that's one thing that I'm appreciating out of Wicked right now is their willingness to reconsider their strategy at a moment's notice, rather than fully committing to just one angle, one position. That's something that Wicked has been pretty good at, is that adaptability, and that is why they're still in this here. Now the invis from Determined, getting ready to peek in, trying to maybe draw out a little bit of fire, but doesn't want to get stuck on that static, as the only one with damage so far in this whole lobby right now is the Chosen One. Lots of activity, but not a lot of gunfights, which is a little bit unexpected given how late in the timing of this map we are. And Icon Living taking another hit, but still not close to going down just yet. Just a little bit of peeking, and now here comes the main firefight. Hydra Kid's getting taken out, Tumbleweed trading. Sleepy Penguin ready for the flank. Now 3 Havoc players down and 2 Wicked players down. Only Orchid and Wabez, but they have clutched more difficult numbers before. And Orchid is on the outside, ready to flank around these 3 Wicked players. Wabez is not in any different position from how they have been for the rest of the map. Sleepy does not make use of that flash, however, reconsidering after throwing it out that maybe Wabez could have dodged it. And Basilmaz was ready to flank on Wabez, but does not get a hit. The EMP is planted as well. The pressure is on, 1 minute left since the EMP has been planted. Havoc has to make some moves, and Wicked really does not. Sleepy Penguin trying to watch this doorway, not aware of where Orchid is positioned as they throw a grenade in the wrong spot. Now Sleepy Penguin can be aware of the change of positioning, and Wicked does win this map. Now it's 5-5. This is looking like very strong potential for a tie. Whichever team wins this next round is the only team that can win this map. But if both teams each win 1, we will be going to map 3. And if Havoc wins this map, we will be going to map 3. The pressure is on Havoc to win twice in a row here to securely guarantee the potential for what some of the comments here on Twitch are telling me is their strongest map on Sky.
Yeah, I would love to see a skyscraper. We haven't seen that yet because these teams have just been kind of so dominant that, you know, winning back and forth, it's really difficult because you need 2 teams that are really equal in skill. And if any 2 teams were that, it would be this one. We see Jigsaw is kind of struggling a little bit. Let's see where they're pushing from. We see Determined Fear over on this window as the rest of his teammates are ready to go garage. And they are just kind of taking space, getting ready to go. Sleepy Penguin popping a drone. See what this drone sees.
A little bit of shooting going on, but the garage is clear. I like peeking underneath the van, like Sleepy Penguin did, trying to make sure nobody is copying them around these corners. Now that doorway is safe to breach. Determined Fear also safe to go in. A lot of these walls are shootable, though. Wabba is taken out already early on. Jigsaw taking some shots as well. Taken out by Determined Fear, and no damage on the side of Wicked. Wicked is really trying to lock in this map. Sleepy Penguin going full commando. Takes out 3 players with the shotgun. 3 shots, 3 kills. Winning that round for Wicked. Now Wicked is guaranteed to at least tie this map. We will still go to 3rd map if Havoc brings it back.
That was
like they have been.
absolutely insane. Really good job to Sleepy Penguin there. Glad we caught that on cam. That was that was crazy play by him. That shotgun, I had my doubts when I first heard that that's the rollout that they end up using, but man, I have been proven wrong. Sleepy Penguin gonna bring that same shotgun combo here to this next round. If they win this, Wicked's gonna end up taking the whole map, and that would be huge for them. Looks like EMP is being kind of tossed around. A lot of utils are being tossed around. Looks like they're expecting this to be their last round as they get a bunch of util here. Basilmoss maxed out on utils. He's ready to roll out. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at these scoreboards. Wabad's going 10 and 9. Sleepy Penguin going 13 and 8. Absolutely insane. Tumbleweed ready to hop through another window outside of A site as Orchid's on the bed just waiting for someone to pop through this window and stuck in a static field emitter. Looks like they're not quite ready to hop through that window and fall for it though. We do see a drone going out by Icon Living though. Let's go ahead and check that out. This drone will find Orchid, or not. Yep, we'll find Orchid on the or on the bed as then he gets taken out. Looks like Determined Fear was taken out while we were watching that drone. Another drone is going out. Oh, Orchid gets a nice kill there.
Things are not looking good for Wicked's chances at ending things right here, right now. Sleepy Penguin still has some unexpected potential here, and Jigsaw has been taken out. It's still only a 3v4. There is not any huge number disadvantage on either side, but it is in favor of Havoc at the moment. Havoc really going for some desperate positions, and Tumbleweed might be about to get taken out. No, Orchid gets flanked, and now things are tied.
Wabez holding this nasty angle here. Let's go ahead and watch Basilmoss, who's
Wabez has been
this.
very good about holding this position. I've been liking what I've seen out of them here. Basilmoss trying to take out the thing behind the curtain and just can't seem to do it and gives up. It is certainly very annoying and adds a lot of stress and pressure to this high intensity situation here. Havoc has to win this round.
Sleepy Penguin sneaking in through the smoke. His teammate gets taken out. Basilmoss gets a nice kill.
Basilmoss gets 3 kills and Wicked wins.
Absolutely insane play by Basilmoss there. Holy.
And they go for the EMP plan at the very end, but that's it. Wicked won 2 maps in a row, and your 2 finalist teams have been determined. Wicked will be moving on. Havoc will be playing for 3rd place, and that match will be up